Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Starco Gaming and today we are back with another Magic Manastrike video. Today in this video we're gonna take a look at my setup and some gameplay. Obviously my main planner shifter or whatever you want to call him is Dovin Baan, as you can see on the screen here, and I'm loving him. I tested a few of them and it was actually my favorite. I do really love the mix between the hair and the ground together. I think it does a very fine job in my opinion. By the way guys, I am a free-to-play player, didn't spend a penny in this game yet, and I reached top 10% with about 4 days of playing the game, so I think I'm doing pretty damn good. Since I missed the first few days of the actual global release, I think I'm doing pretty damn good. Like if we look at the leaderboard here, you can see it's gonna load a top 9.4%, so definitely doing a great job for somebody that did not spend any money. I did fight some whale in the game, and you can see some of them are actually have crazy cards in the wreck you, but most of them I can actually handle them, which is actually pretty satisfying. It means that it's actually not a pay-to-win game in my personal opinion. Obviously if you go in the top 100 ranking, I'm pretty sure it's pretty much pay to win, but to get in a semi-competitive way, which is, you know, top 10% in my opinion, maybe top 5%, I think it's actually doable without spending a penny in the game. And you can actually get the Magic Pass just by playing the game, earning gems in the games for free, and then eventually you have enough to get your season pass, which is actually pretty great. So what we're gonna do here guys, we're gonna jump into my deck. We're gonna take a look at the deck and how I like to use it. Then after that we're gonna jump in a pre-recorded gameplay so you guys can see my deck in action when I was really focused in the game. So my plane shifter, Planeswalker, sorry guys, is Dovin Baan. He has air and ground ability. You can see here. That is him. His skills is pretty much reduced attack speed and the movement speed from the target, which can actually be useful a little bit. Not the best skills though, not the best skill definitely. My cards, those cards are in order to actually, I shall switch those two cards. Those are my preference order to use them. First cards, we have the building tank cards, which is the Aether Qual Ancient. Sorry guys, I'm gonna murder the name. It's very hard for me to pronounce those names. Basically, this card is gonna summon a big, fat air serpent, if you wanna call it like that, in ethereal, and he's gonna actually go to the first building you see in front of him and try to target that. It will not attack anything around him. It's only focusing on building, which is my first cards I like to put in play. When I get bad runs that RNG decide that they're not giving me that cards in the first 2-3 rotation, it's pretty much where I lose most of my fights. If I start with that cards, usually it's 95% chance to win for me. So this is my number one cards to be used. Number two cards is going to be this one. This one is awesome. It does air and ground attack. It's slow and freeze the enemy, which can actually be very useful, and does quite a good amount of damage. So if you have, for example, they're focusing on that one that's actually walking through the prairie to hunting for a tower, and then you get the second one here, the Icefall Dragon, behind attacking, damaging those characters. It gives you a huge advantage in my personal opinion. So really love this card. So my third cards, this one is amazing. This one is it's a tricky card because you don't really want to use it when it's available. You want to save it in your inventory and use it when it's time, when it's safe to use it. How do you use it? It's simple. when there's nobody around the tower, you're going to take that because you can drop that card anywhere on the field. You're going to take that card and drop it right on the tower in an angle that you want, that only one tower can actually damage your little minions that you're going to actually put that. And I won so many games that the opponents send everything on offense. I wait till they walk across the midsection, the map. Then I just drop that card on their main tower, left with like 1500 HP, and then boom, by the time they get my tower, they're just done because that card just took the last of the HP on that tower. That card is amazing. I think that is the key to winning if you know how to play that card properly. This is an amazing card, guys. If you have either air or ground abilities on your deck, this is a must-have card for that. Sometimes you just stack up on defense and there's 10 seconds left and the enemy last tower is like almost dead. Drop that cards there, boom boom chicken boom boom, wow, you just got your 3 points win. Very, very, very easy. I do love that card. Next cards we have the Illustratic Pummeler. Basically, this guy is like a tank melee attacker, AoE attack. So you're gonna drop that in front of you, in front of your plane walker to protect your plane walker, and this guy's gonna do quite a good amount of AoE. He's gonna murder plane walker, by the way, guys. So it's a good thing if you are one-on-one versus a plane walker. This is the cards to actually use against that. Very good cards, very good AoE, but not the cards that I prefer personally, but it is a very solid card. Next cards we have this one, the Barracks. The Barracks, pretty much you're gonna put that anywhere on the map. Sometimes I put it as close as the enemy line as possible to get some extra attacks on the towers, but most of the time you want to put that behind one of the towers, so you have little minions coming out in front of your tower that protect your tower, and while they are getting killed, your tower kill what's trying to kill them, which gives you a really good solid advantage. Pretty much is going to summon a little soldier for 30 seconds, and can give you a lot of soldier, to be honest. It can give you a lot of soldier, but the bad thing with this one is that they are melee. So they go in melee range, they're Garek, so they don't really do any damage. That is the bad part, but it's very, very good defensive, or just to tank. To tank for your range characters is actually pretty awesome. Next cards we have this one. This one is only for one thing, because it summon ghosts. If somebody die while he's there, it's gonna summon a ghost, and it gives you a bunch of ghosts, and it gives you a huge advantage, and it gives you extra mobs that will not be there if you did not have this guy around, which can be very, very useful. But it is not the most useful characters, because if he dies, it's done, it's over. You just lost three mana for putting him there, and you get nothing in return. So it's not the best one. And this one is another key on my deck, because when you drop this card on the enemy, for example, they're getting to your tower, and there are a bunch of them, and you drop this card, they're all gonna get blinded, and they're gonna run in circle, and during that time, your tower is just gonna murder most of them usually, and the blind actually lasts 4.6 seconds, so it lasts a good amount of time, which is pretty awesome. You wait till they're stacked near your tower, you drop down them, or when you're in offense, they're coming out all the same times to try to break your offense. You drop down on them and you just finish out the tower. It's very, very useful. So those are my cards I prefer on my deck, guys. If you have different cards you use with this character, with this plane walker, let me know in the comment section, guys. Maybe I could try it and actually a different strategy, get a good going with him. But personally, this is literally my favorite 7 cards to use with this plane walker, and I really love this deck, and I think I do perform pretty well with this deck. Anyway, you're gonna see how I perform, because next, guys, it is the gameplay section where it was pre-recorded before I did the voiceover here, and you're gonna see this is pretty solid gameplay in my opinion. If you see again mistake or thing I could do better in the gameplay section, make sure to let me know in the comment section, guys, so I can actually get better at this game. So you guys enjoy the gameplay, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, make sure to drop a like on this video, and on that, guys, I will see you next time.
success is mathematically I too their success is mathematically their success is mathematically unlikely. Their success is their success is mathematically
I have conquered death, as I will conquer you.
their success is their success is mathematically
I have bigger demons to deal with.
their success is mathematically
I have conquered death, as I will conquer over you. Bigger demons to deal with.
Their success is mathematical. Their success is mathematical.
All you want is time. I don't think you're ready for this.
Their success is mathematically inaccurate.